Hey coders, welcome back. Let's try to solve one more assessment. And in the last video, we did this, I think, on-site one. I don't remember actually. So maybe today let's go on to this phone interview one. So there might be like two or three questions, and we will try to solve it like and try to explain whatever thoughts that are going inside of my mind. Right. This is the idea for this whole video series. So that's that. So like, there could be like three questions, and it's like 90 minutes and all. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So yeah, three questions. So I think this one will be the easy one. Let's quickly solve this one. So what it says like, given to string S and T, return true if T is an anagram of S and false otherwise. And you can see the anagram, I guess, is like the characters should be matched, I guess. Yeah, so this is also anagram, and there is just a shuffling of sub characters are being done. And here also, right? So RAT is there, and then CAR is there, but there is no C here. I mean, okay. So basically, we need to check each of these characters is available in the other string or not. So, for example, so what will be the idea? The idea will be like, okay, count how many A's are there. So one, two, three A's are there, right? So in the opposite string, there should be three A, right? So one, two, three, that's fine. And similarly for others. So if you read like two, three times, you will get the like hint like, okay, we just need to compute the frequency of the each characters of this string and this string, and then we just need to match against each frequency. For example, if I took this one now, here. So you will see like, okay, for this S, this is like S, right? So for this S, A is going to be like three times. What else? N is like one times, and J is also one time. R is one time, and M is one time, right? So 3 to 5 to 7, 3, 4, 7, right? So this is the frequency for S. Similarly, if I compute the frequency for this one also, no, it will also come like this one. So something like this. Oh, it is not being pasted. Okay, maybe I can just remove this here and put it here, and I will copy paste this thing here. Right. So for S also the frequency for each character comes like this, and for T also the frequency will come like this. And if they are same, we can return the true. So nothing like very fancy. So either you can use a map to basically count the frequency, but here it says like the S and T will only contains the lowercase English letters, right? So we can create two frequency array type of size like 26, where 0 represent A, 1 represent B, right? So let's call like F1 is equals to new int 26, and maybe F2 also new int at 26, right? So two arrays. And then and one more thing, right? If the size is not equal, then we can directly return true, right? So like if it is like RA and this is like CAR, some other. So if the size is not same, there is no way they are anagrams, right? So we can put that check initially actually. Let's maybe int s dot length and let's call it for t dot length. And if m is not equals to n, return false, right? We can directly return. Otherwise, we're gonna iterate over each of these characters uh, and then simply increase the frequency of this S1 into F1 and T1 into the F2, right? So something like S dot char at I minus A plus plus and F2 T dot char at I minus A plus plus, and then below just return it, right? Whether these two arrays are equals or not, right? So we have already equals method is there in Java, and you can use your own. of whatever programming language you are using. So I can simply say is like um I'm not sure like this arrays dot equals method is override in Java or not. Uh, Boolean result, and maybe I can. Okay, we will see because I'm not sure whether this comparison happens deep. I mean, not as a just a reference. I'm guessing this is being done as a just as a reference. And if I calls like f1 dot equals f2, I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see how it. Okay, I'm getting true. Let's try submitting it. Okay, no. So yeah, arrays equals method is overridden. I'm guessing I was thinking like there might be no overridden equals method and it will basically fetch the objects equal method. And there we basically compare the reference, not the actual value. But yeah, that's good. So I mean prerequisite for this one should be you should be able to count frequency of each character in a string. So if you are able to do this, yeah, you can solve this problem. Let's move to the second question. Okay, so this is given a string column title that represents the column title as appear in the Excel sheet. Return its corresponding column number. So for A it's 1, for AB it's like 28, for ZY it's like 701, and the column dot length is like less than equals to 7. So like for these kinds of problem, now where it is very similar to what we do in number conversion kind of problem, right? So from let's think about binary, right? So from binary to integer and integer to binary, the concept idea is very similar, right? Because if you have solved these kinds of problem, you will be able to figure out. Otherwise, it's okay if you are seeing this kind of problem for the first time. So, I mean, prerequisite, I would say, for such kind of problem is what we say number system conversion, number system conversion. So, because, uh, okay, so like if you know how to convert binary, maybe let's take the let's take maybe hexadecimal, right? So where the numbers are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I think 10 is A, I guess, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, E, A, B, C, D, E. Right, so 16 till 16 we goes. So idea is very similar. So here the numbers. So we first need to convert. We need some kind of map, right, to basically represent the initial numbers and how we are mapping this AB into 28 and this GY into the 701. So it's like I think I have solved this problem in very early days, and even I was not able to solve in the first time, and it's totally fine. So let me explain you how we solve this kind of problems. Yeah, maybe I can just pick up some examples from this one. Looks good. So I hope you know how the Excel set the columns and the rows. You can see that. Maybe I can open my Excel sheet here, but I don't know my screen. I have only shared this window, so I'm not sure. Okay, no problem. I will. So the idea in it basically A is represented by 1, B is 2, C is 3, dot 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 dot. Then we have Z is equals to 26. Now here's the good part. Like A will be represented by 27. AB is represented by 28. Dot dot dot. So you see, very similar to the hexadecimal, even the binary, right? And so for AB, if you see here, it's just like the base we have to take and basically just multiply and addition. Like let's say we have a binary like 10101, right? How you calculate? You start from the least significant bit, right? 2 to the power 0 into that number plus 2 to the power 1 into that number, 2 to the power 2 into that number, and you will keep doing that. So the idea is also here also very same. So for example, I will, let's say for AB we wanted to calculate, right? AB. So I know that A is like 1, right? And then B is like 2. So I mean, how we gonna write this like 1 into 26 for A, and for B is like 2, right? Simple. So that will be like 28. Maybe if I take for ZY, it will be like, no, Z is like 26, right? So 26 into 26 plus 25. Y is like 25. So depending on how many times, which characters we are starting from the least significant to the most significant. Okay, my battery is down. Let me quickly add my charger. Right, so okay, so let me write the code for it. It's not very complex. I can just say like answer and return the answer. Then I will start from the very least a significant bit, right? So maybe I can call this as a S maybe. And S dot length, and then I will loop from each of these characters n plus plus. Now let's extract the char out of it. So S dot char at I. Oh, and now the what will be the value of this character? So corresponding value I can write it like ch minus a plus 1. Why? Because if it is a, right? So a minus a is 0 and a is represented by 1 here, right? So if ch is, let's say, b, so b minus a, so b, the sky value will be like 66. A sky value is 65. So 6 minus 65, which is 1, and 1 plus 1, 2, right? So we are doing nothing, just extracting the corresponding value. And then as we have seen in this example, we just need to multiply by 26, right? So I can just say like answer is equals to answer into 26 plus the value, and yeah, that's it. So I mean, we start from the very last, so a, and initially it's like 26 into whatever value. So initially it will be 0, so a value will be like 26 into 1, right? So 26 and then plus 2 for the B. So I mean, it's little weird, but I think you can remember this as a template. Many problems, the conversion kind of problems, can be solved using this technique. So let me try compiling it. See any compile time error. Okay, for A I'm getting 1. Let's write for AB also. Let's see. 28, right? And that's fine. Let's submit it. Yeah, so I mean, idea is very similar to how we convert binary to integer, or octal to integer, or hexadecimal to integer. You just need to figure out this thing, line number 11, why we are doing this. And even if you write maybe multiple examples and try to figure out how this is being calculated, you will be able to figure out. This part is important. Like you should know, like if A is represented by 1, B is represented by 2, and so on. Let's move. So yeah, the prerequisite for this one, simple for loop and the numbers conversion. You should practice like different types: octal, decimal, binary, hexadecimal, and all. So let's move to the third question. Okay, some recursion, I guess. Uh, okay, let's see. So M and grid is there in the board and a string word return true if the word exists in the grid. The word can be constructed from the letters of sequentially adjacent cells where this is a horizontal or vertical neighbor. The same letter cell may not be used more than once. So A, B, C, E, D, A, B, C, E, D is what. So I mean, these kinds of problem are very, I mean, been asked. I mean, you will see in the lead code everywhere the recursive kind of problem. There are multiple way until and unless you like solve the problem and try to trace it, like how the things are going, then only you will be able to understand it like completely. So try to see different implementation from different people and try to figure out which one you like. But because there are multiple people and you will see like different flavor of solution for these kinds of problem. So whatever suits you well, you can check. So the idea is very simple. Idea is we start from the A and try to build A B C C E D, right? So A B C B. Okay, let's start. We can start from anywhere. Let's start from S. Can we make A B C E D D? No, we cannot. So we always gonna start with A and then try to build like A B C C E D. Okay, yeah, we are able to build. That's the answer. Here even, right? So this is the board and we have to build like SEE, right? So we start from here. A, can we build? No. S, can we build SEE? No. There is no E, right? But here you see from this one, S is there, E is there, E is there. And the constraint is also MN is like, the grid is like 6 by 6 and the word length is 15. So brute force way will be sufficient for this one. So let's try to solve it. How we gonna do that? First, I will create um some variable here just to keep track. Otherwise, I need to pass these variables, right? And I don't want it to do that. So I can say this dot m is equals to board dot length and this dot n board 0 dot length. Just I'm calculating the row and column, and I can say return. I cannot just return. I have to say let's start from the each of this board, right? We try to build answer from the each of this board, right? Int j is equals to 0, j less than and j plus plus. And I can say like if like word that char at 0 equals to board ij, then only start the DFS, right? Because we don't want to, let's say our word start from A and we start doing DFS from the S. It doesn't make sense, right? Result DFS. I will say board. What will be the my start index is IJ and the current characters I'm needing is like 0. So we are starting matching from the 0th word. I mean I can also move this thing here also. So I don't need to pass it into my helper method, right? So these things you learn from seeing different people's solution. You don't do this in the initial time. If I show you my initial submission for this one, you will see like I have maybe different kind of solution. Maybe later I can show you. But yeah, you learn from different solutions from different people. What are the things that are better? What are the things you can improve, right? Even this board, I can make this instance like something like this, maybe char and then board, and I can say like this dot board equals to board, and now I don't need to pass this board, right? Because it will be accessible. So now our DFS method is more smaller and cleaner. Yeah, these are the different things you learn from different people's solution. So from any of the path, if we are able to build the answer, so we will write our DFS. So from any of the position, we are able to get the result as a true, we will return, right? Otherwise, we can simply return the false. And then let's write our helper method DFS. So this is our start index, and this is k is like the current characters we are matching, right? So we can say like if k equals to word dot length. You see now I don't need to pass this word into this method. I can simply access it, right? Because it's an instance variable, right? It's the state of this class. So if a case we can simply return the true. This means we are able to match each and every character. And if and even I can say like if board that um something like if board that char at k is is not equals to board I j, I can return false. There is no I if I at any time I'm able to say okay, there is no way. For example, let's say I start from this here and the first figure A, B, C, and then I move to the E. There is no way I'm able to make like A, B, C, C, E. So this will be handled that. So it's like early pruning, right? So we are not doing the whole recursion. We are pruning earlier to basically save some time for us. And we also need to make sure we are not repeating the stuff, right? So maybe I can store this value into some for temporary like board ij, and I can mark this board ij with some dummy value, maybe I don't know star maybe. So just like it is visited, right? And then I will do the movement. Either you can move horizontal or vertical, right? So let's do that. Um, so like Boolean horizontal move, right? DFS horizontal means I will be the same. J needs to be incremented and the K will be the same, right? K will also be incremented because at this point we know that a board of ij equals to board of okay, not board, word that caret, and similarly vertical move will be like I plus 1, j and k plus 1, right? And if either we get from hm or from vm, we are able to build this answer, we can return true. Otherwise, we're gonna return false. I know it may be trickier. I mean, it's like when you solve so many problems, you will understand like why this is working, how this is working. But yeah, so and let's and now whenever we return, let's put the initial value of this board. We have marked this as a star, but whenever we're returning the method, we also need to put the initial value that is like ch. And why I'm creating the array. So in the recursive problems, you will see we do whenever we return a backtrack, we also make sure the previous value gets. Otherwise, I have to create a Boolean visited array, and that visited array needs to be marked at each of the time. Yeah, I think this is it for this one. Um, okay, word dot length true, and here also I need to make sure this j plus one and I plus one are not going out of the bound, right? So I can say something like this here. Okay, if I is like greater than equals to m or j is greater than equals to n, I can just return false. It simply means we are going out of bound. And that's it, I guess. Word dot length. If you are able to match each of this character, very good. If the not matching, we can returning. Otherwise, we know that word dot caret k equals to board of ij, and then we are moving. I think I should put this condition above this one, the happier condition. Yeah, let's compile it. See, do we have any error? Okay, we have how many errors? One error, just a spelling mistake, I guess. Boolean, Boolean. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, I'm getting false. That's bad. Uh, okay, because I know here I need to pass one, right? Because we already match one of this character, right? So maybe that is the reason. No. Okay, yes. Okay, let me see what's the problem now. So this is fine. Board MN. this dot board, this dot board. I'm iterating over each of this matrix and board dot caret 0 equals to board ij. That's fine. I'm doing the DFS from ij, and I think I need this one needs to be 0 only. And I'm doing the DFS, and if I'm getting the true, I'm returning okay. And then here it is like if k equals to what that length, we are able to match everything. So A, B, C, C, E, then I will go here at D, we are able to match. I don't know why this is not working. And I think also I need to make sure the widgeted is, or like if the board I j equals to star, we also need to return, right? We don't want it to revisit the node. No, I'm still not right. But okay, one. Okay. So the movement I have taken now, you see, from j plus 1, I'm basically from A to moving B. That's fine. And I plus 1 is like A to S. But you see, even I can move backward and the forward, right? So in the all four direction I can move. So that's why I need to also so horizontal move, vertical move, and left maybe left horizontal move, which is like DFS I j minus 1 k plus 1 and boolean, right? um Maybe I just call like v1 v2, it's otherwise confusing. So this is v1 v2 v3 v4. So this is like all the different four movements. Initially I was only considering like one movement, I minus 1, I minus 1 j and k plus 1. I think this is it. I to j plus 1, I plus 1 to j, I j minus 1, I minus 1 j. Yeah. So this will, I think, cover all the four directions. And here I need to check like if V1 or V2 or V3 or V4 from any of this direction, if you're able to find answer, just return it. Otherwise, return false. Um, yeah, I think this is it. I plus 1, J plus, yeah, let's compile it. Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's so dumb. Okay, now since we are moving into the all these four direction, along with this, we also need to make sure I is if I is less than 0 or j is less than 0, also return false, right? Because initially we are extending from the right side, now we can move basically up and the left side of this grid, right? So that's why I missed these two conditions. Let me try again. Yes, now I'm getting the output true. Let's submit it. It's a little slow, I would say, but I hope you get the idea, right? So I messed up the conditions here. I forgot like we are able to move into all those four directions. I just saw like horizontal and vertical, and I haven't considered the horizontal in both horizontal, right, in the left and the right. Same for vertical, top and the bottom. So yeah, this is a recursive. You will see many flood fill kind of problem in the recursive way. So there are multiple good tutorials, I would say. So you should know recursion for this one. So I mean, let's call it recursion is the prerequisite for this one, right? And yeah, I hope you like it. So let's see. Uh, what are the questions were there? Before this session, actually, I take one more session. I haven't recorded there yet, you know. So I solved that problem. I was thinking like I am recording, but I was not. So that's why I started one more random set, and now this time I was recording. So actually, these two problems are in the easy category, but it can get tricky. This one, Excel sheet one, if you are not comfortable. But this word search one, I guess, a little bit different, right? But yeah. So if I can show you my solution, for like let's see how many time I have solved. It was not like I have solved this problem like the very first time, right? So let me show you my submission. You see, so the first time I solved it like in 2022, right? So it's not like I know about this problem. I have just solved it. And last time I think I solved it in like April 2024. So yeah, it's been like a year. But if you have not understand the actual concept, you might messed up. So it's always important to remember the concept being used because it's not possible for me, right? From April 2024 to till now, like it's like September, October 2025. It's been like 13, 14 months. You cannot just learn all these things. You have to understand it. So you see, from the first time, let's see how I have solved it. Is from yes, I think I was learning the n queen problem, right? So at top, left, bottom, I have right, and I have used like visited, and now in the this time I'm just marking the visited in the same grades, and then this exists thing, I don't know what I have done. So yeah, so many times you will see different solution. Okay, this is also same. Maybe let's start this one. This one also like system dot out. I have printed, see what is going, how it's moving. And after all those hit and trials, now I'm able to understand this problem. So it's okay if you're not able to solve in the first time. That's totally fine. You see, it's like my 14th submission for this one. So yeah, this is how it goes. You have to just keep doing it, and eventually you will be able to figure out like what's actually happening, right? So yeah, I hope you like it. Uh, Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.